Hello and welcome to episode 433 of DCP plus side quest. Got an awful lot of side
Woo.
quests tonight, but we got some DCP too. Turns out everybody's cheating. That's gonna be fun to talk about. But before we get going, Watts, how did Windows become like the norm? Like, what happened to our
The
society that we
norm.
allowed this to happen?
You know, it's probably somewhat similar to what's going on in the courts right now about protecting children online.
Oh my God, Windows is protecting children online.
No, no one is. No one is.
No one
It's a
is.
ruse to steal all of our personal identification.
That's right.
Anytime a lawmaker says, "Oh, but think of the children," it
Yeah.
means they're using it to push a law through. They don't care about the
If they're
children.
thinking about the
There are many
children,
things they could do.
if they're thinking about the children, they do something about getting the guns out of there, and maybe something about all these
Or
priests
like
who were
feeding them. I don't know.
yeah,
Instead
feeding
of
them
being
would be
like,
good.
no food for babies.
How about some health care? How about keeping the schools safe? How about keeping churches safe? Or keeping
No,
kids
give
out of
me
churches? I
your
don't know.
ID, Briar. Give me your ID. Show me the picture of your ID right now if you want to access Google. Thank you.
So this was you're talking about the do you remember the name of the consumer
The Child
advocacy group?
Safety Act. Oh, I think I posted it in the Discord, so I'm going to pretend that I'm not reading it.
Okay. But they basically raised the stake with like Visa and
Collective
MasterCard.
Shout.
Yeah.
Collective Shout. They are an Australian activist group.
They raised the stink with MasterCard and Visa, who
Yeah.
then said, look, Steam, you got to take these like weird, like kind of weird sex games off of Steam. We don't want our platform being used to buy these things on Steam. I can't remember the names of the games, but it was like Sister Incest Fun Time or something like that.
Right.
Well, and it trickled down. Like a lot of games got like Ready or Not had to have a
Mouthwashing.
lot of its stuff censored as
Mouthwashing
well.
was taken off of platforms too. That's just it went like people were like, yeah, okay, I can agree with incest sister fun time, but not being it. Sure, why not? Everyone starts like that, right? Like, sure, yeah, I don't want 10-year-olds looking at porn on
Not
the
everybody
internet.
starts
Sure.
with Incest Sister Fun Time.
But then it goes down to anything involving like even remotely sexual themes, adult themes, like serious themes. They're like, no. So it trickles down to ending up being like, well, we just don't want anything that we don't agree with on our platform.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, there's been a lot of pushback because there's been a lot of games that have been taken down that you're like, okay, come on, this is just like a game talking about a serious topic. Like you can't just go after literally everything. And then there was a law passed in the UK where it's the Child Safety Act, and now if you are below 13 or below, you can't be on certain websites, and you have to upload your government ID to
That's
prove that
scary.
you are of age. Yes, it is scary. It's very scary. And
But don't worry, I'm
yes.
sure this will be kept in a secure database that'll never get
Yes.
hacked.
It will never get hacked. No, ever. So so that was 13, and yeah, so you have to be a certain age, but it wasn't just like to get on porn sites. It was some people can't access their Discord servers. They can't access Reddit. They can't access a bunch of different things. Social media without uploading their personal identification. And then like Australia is doing something similar that they're kind of toying with, but this is 16 or older. And then I think it was the Philippines is doing something that's 18 or older. And they're talking about you have to be at least 18 to even access Google. And you have to prove it with government ID. And all of these websites like Reddit, Discord, Twitter all use different companies to have the ID uploaded to. So you're just uploading your ID to like 17 different companies. And one of them had a data breach. Quite recently. One of them that we know of so far. So it's obviously it's still evolving, but yeah, uploading government ID to like go on Reddit is insane to me.
Yeah, just generally speaking, I prefer when I get to be the parent to my kids.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Not the government or some agency that I am not familiar with, I have never felt like, oh my gosh, I have a really hard time parenting my kids, and I would really love the government's help with that. Like, that's never been a problem here.
I was gonna say the same. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, why does the internet and the government need to be like a safe place for 13-year-olds to be on it when parents can just? I assume I don't have a kid, so I don't know how hard it is. But TV says pretty easy. But parents can just parent their children and make sure they're not accessing like super
Yeah,
terrible,
I
awful
didn't
things that's
say
gonna
it's
scar them for life.
easy,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
definitely not
something
easy.
that you have to. I mean, it's just part
You
of being
have
a
to do,
parent. It's your
yeah.
responsibility, right? That's
Yeah.
my job. That's not someone else's job. It's mine.
My kids,
Yeah.
this was probably 10 years ago now, figured out a way to backdoor their Kindle and get on the internet. And it was just riddled with porn.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah. You know. I don't think the answer is uploading government ID to these random companies to
No.
prove that you can go and browse the internet.
No, all these companies have proved over and over and over again that they're not capable of keeping that data secure. It's all been
Yeah.
breached over and over again. And frankly, a lot of these systems are not even like in or out. You're just automatically signed up
You
for it,
have
and then
to.
they sell your data to who knows who anyway.
It's a
So-
government law.
So when my phone's blowing up all day with telemarketers, I'm like, how'd they even get my number?
There
The
you go.
government
That's
sold
how they
it
got
so
mine.
they can pay off their deficit.
But I especially don't like Visa and MasterCard deciding what content
my
I
God.
can and can't consume. And I especially don't like that they feel pressure from an agency from Australia who I don't know their motives, but I assume since they're targeting, like sexual,
They're a
like,
conservative activist group, if that
so
helps.
basically they're going to hate anybody with alternative sexual views at all to what they like. And they're going to start with the most like easy pickings, which is
Easy.
sister, whatever we said before. And will invariably move to, games with like gay content and trans content. Cause that's, what
Right.
they're actually after,
It's never about the children. I'm telling you, if you see a law come in and it's like, oh, well, it's about the children, go, let me look a little further into this because it's probably it's an easy sell, right? Of course, everyone
Yeah.
wants children to be happy and safe. And it's an easy thing to be like, whoa, this is for the children. You go, yeah, good. Sounds good. But yeah, it's a lot of the time not about that. So there you go.
so
People have been
that's your
contacting.
week in Bill Gates.
So that's how Microsoft took over the internet.
I've decided I think we ought to turn off the internet. It's just not working out.
It's not working.
Frankly.
The social experiment has failed. Yeah.
It just,
Yeah.
it was kind of fun for the first 10 years. Then it got a little sketchy for another 10 years. And now it's just flat out awful. Let's just turn it off. Go back to phone calls, landlines, no cell phones.
I'm telling you. I mean, this is a whole thing, right? Of like now everyone has a phone they can take everywhere with them. You're always available. There used to be times where it was like, I'm going out. You can't call me till I'm home. And you
Yeah.
had a time away. You weren't always available. And even just being always available all the time, it affects you mentally.
Yeah, no
Constantly
doubt.
being on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a go ahead.
I started leaving my phone at home, and I have like a smartwatch that has like certain people can get through to me. It's like a white list of people that can like phone or text that the watch will let through. And like if I'm in an emergency, I can still like get to emergency services through the watch, but the phone stays at home.
Yeah. It's been a fun summer here because it reminds me of when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, when school was out, it was like I walk out the back door and I'm like, Mom, I might be home by dinner. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to-
yeah.
If I'm not, somebody else's mom is going to feed me, and she knows, and it's cool, And so wherever I ended up, I'd just call from their phone, like, "Hey, Mom, I'm over at so and so's house."
Yeah.
But anyways, they so the city I live in, they just put in a bunch of walking trails that connected a ton of neighborhoods, and one of those neighborhoods has a bunch of friends, from my son's school and my daughter's schools, and And it's been fun because there's times where I'll be like editing a video or whatever, and I'll come upstairs and there's like 6 kids in my living room. I'm like, what is happening? but they're just goofing off and being silly. So it's like I kind of love that they're not just glued to a screen talking to friends through chat on Roblox or something right now. Not that I have anything against that, but it's
Yeah.
like this is kind of cool though. The organic, everyone's together. Just I hear the pitter patter
Community.
on the floor. Yeah, that's great. I love
You
it.
get to know the parents, and you're all
That's right.
like go looking out for each other's children and everything. And I think that's really nice. So
Yeah,
it's a
and
lot that's missed now.
That's right. I'll just text their parents, be like, "Hey, just so you know, your kids are over at my place, so they're
Yeah.
accounted for." You know what I mean? It was funny because I think it was last week. I was down here working on a video, and the doorbell rang, and I'm like, "It's probably some freaking salesperson or whatever." I open the door, and it's 3 kids caked in mud, just head to toe, mud all over. And they're like, "Can your kids play?" And I was like, "Yeah, but you ain't coming in the house."
You look
The
at them,
hose
you're
is
like,
around the side.
maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Anyways.
Yes, but yeah, Visa, MasterCard, you can pressure them. They are being pressured. Don't let random companies who are a huge portion of how you pay for things say what you can or cannot do with your money. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah. I agree, Watts. It's gross. It's gross. Hey, I played Ninja Gaiden Ragebound today. Finally.
Oh yeah,
it finally
came out today.
Yeah.
It's out today.
Which is funny because the same day it came out, the Shinobi game, Age of Vengeance, that's also a 2D ninja throwback, got a demo. So it's kind of like, hey, don't forget about our ninja 2D game that's coming out in a month. But I played both of them. Ragebound is phenomenal. It looks like, it's got the retro styling, like the kind of blocky pixel art. It plays, I wouldn't say it plays like the original Ninja Gaiden, but it's definitely an homage. Like,
yeah.
One of my feelings about the original Ninja Gaiden is you just had to run forward. Like, that was how you play that game. Run forward. You're going to have to memorize everything because that's how games were. But you run forward, you jump, you're slashing. It's just like this momentum game, like head down, push forward. And that's a lot how this new game feels. Even though the mechanics are a lot different, there's much more mechanics. It's very much about like, hey, this is a fast action game. We're jumping, we're bouncing off enemy projectiles. We got to like, the enemies come in and there's like these glowing enemies that kind of give you a power up that allows you to kill the like kind of tougher enemies in one shot. And it kind of becomes this like this constant like puzzle of like, what enemies do I take on first to kind of like manage this situation like as fast as I can. It's very fun. I haven't gotten far in it yet because honestly I was trying to struggle
because it's freaking hard.
It is hard. Also came out today and I'm trying to, I put about 6 hours into Chang today.
Chang.
And play the Shinobi beta or the demo. But it's really fun. I'm looking forward to putting some more time into it.
Yeah, it looks really cool, man. And it's like the music in that game.
Rocking.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's really something special. And this is by the Blasphemous devs. So if you have played Blasphemous, I've seen a lot of people looking at it and going, oh, this kind of looks like Blasphemous.
It's like, well, there's a reason.
Yep, there's a reason. It's really cool. It's cool to see them going to, obviously it's not the same as the original Ninja Gaiden, but doing like a kind of OG Ninja Gaiden. And we're also getting a 3D Ninja Gaiden in the same year. So
that's and really cool. we got the 2 remake earlier this year.
2 remake.
It is the year of the ninja.
It's the year of the ninja.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's real cool. It's really fun. I highly recommend checking out. There is a demo. If you don't like the demo, then obviously stay away. But I think the demo does a pretty good job of like showing off some of the late stage stuff too. So it's not just like, the first level, which the Shinobi one is just the first level, but we can talk about that later. I kind of want to hear about all the cheating in Destiny.
He's feeling a little bit of a goss. A little bit of a goss session, Briar wants.
Has much like come to light about? I don't know that Bungie's actually come with
I don't think
official
Bungie
statement
is,
on.
no.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that we just kind of got like, oh, we're gonna look into that. But as far I saw a report saying as much as potentially 75% of people who cleared the raid during contest mode had at least a cheater in the team.
Yes,
What does
I
that
saw the
mean, a
same thing.
cheater in the team? Like, how
So
are
it
they
could
cheating?
be like, well, so obviously this raid was really hard. You had like the best players taking 16 hours to clear it.
Yeah.
You'd have a team finish it in 20 minutes, the whole thing. Or maybe there's a guy with like thousands of ad kills and everyone else has 0. Stuff like that you're like, okay, well, you could not do this clear in contest.
Like that's like god tier. Yeah,
So this has been
I
uncovered by
think
the community?
obviously there's so there's what's the
Yeah.
name of the website that tracks this stuff? Was it
Raid
Raid
report?
Raid was it Raid Report? I think it was
I don't
Raid
know if
Report.
it's
Yeah.
raid report. I think there's a
I don't know.
couple.
Yeah, but they basically published some data and they were like, "Listen, we watch raid clears. This is our thing. This is what we do." And there's huge anomalies here. So they were the ones that sort of raised the flag initially and were like, "Hey, some stuff's kind of
Yep.
sticking out here that does not look legit. That's not passing the sniff test." And it's a lot of it. So they went through and they looked at individual teams and they actually compiled a whole list, Briar, of like they posted links to each clear on their website. You can look at like if you were to look up your name, like, oh, my recent raid clear, how do we do? You can look at all the stats for your team. Anyways, so they posted
It
links
was
to
Raid
each
Hub, by the way. That was
Raid Hub.
incorrect.
There you
Raid
go.
Hub. Yeah, went through and did all the data. Yep.
Yeah, so and then you could just look it up and there were clear anomalies on the teams. So interesting. But then I think it was Tassie that said in response to that online where he was like, "Oh, that's crazy." Also in other news, Bungie fired security team people and laid off this many folks. I have not verified that, by the way. That was just what I saw online. So don't take that as
Yeah, I heard
fact.
like a year ago or so that a lot of that team got kind of gutted.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I've not interviewed someone over there and asked, but that's what I was kind of hearing about a year ago, and Tassie brought it up recently. So yeah, there's no official statement from Bungie yet. People are obviously I'm hoping that they ban the cheater and everyone who was with them. Because like if you're getting a contest mode clear in 20 minutes, there's no way that you don't know that someone's
Yeah.
cheating on your team. When you're seeing the top team struggle for tens of hours and you're like, yeah, we totally cleared it in 20 minutes with that one guy. He's just really good.
And he was just using a Kvastov the whole time. Crazy.
There were people with blue rocket launches.
No
There were people with blue
Thunderlord.
You gotta
rocket
aim
launches.
through like the little crack, like that's your sight.
That's right.
Did Bungie like announce a raid winner?
Yes. Yeah.
I think they verified a world's first.
They did verify.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, they did talk about it in the TWAB, so I'm gonna try and find.
Oh,
Okay,
that was today, wasn't it?
I'm gonna just read it.
Okay,
we
do
are
it.
investigating reports of cheating with fire teams who cleared the Desert Perpetual contest mode, breaking our code of conduct, and/or cheating to complete contest difficulty or other activities is a bannable offense, and players benefiting from cheating can also be subject to punishment. So they just showed. Then they linked their code of conduct. And then they said, if you suspect someone has cheated, please submit a report. So I'm sure lots of people are going to be going through the list and submitting everyone.
Look at this one.
Yeah. So that's what they said so far. Obviously, they do have to look into it a little bit more to like really make sure if they're going to be banning people, which I get. I feel like some of these are definitely like, come on now. Some of these, do you even need to really look into it? I don't know if you need to, but especially looking into it, I guess for people who are with a person who is blatantly cheating, like did that person join in on the final boss and then the final boss was just dead and you couldn't even like react to what was happening? There's a couple different things that could happen with someone being on a team and not knowing. But yeah, we'll see. We will see.
Man, it's a lot different. I thought you were gonna say they were using the Zim again. I was like, those bastards.
Oh man, don't you miss the days when cheating was so simple?
Yeah.
This guy's using mouse and keyboard on a console. It's not right. Simpler days, man. Simpler days.
Yeah. Microsoft really was the downfall of everything because they made computers and then Destiny was put on computers and then it all went downhill.
Bill Gates poisoned us from the inside out through our through our home offices.
That's right.
He took our video games and he ruined them.
He might have.
It's been shocking to see the numbers from the outside looking in for the new Destiny content. It looks like player retention's not looking great overall, but I don't know what their goals were because I think it's an easy thing to compare it to the Final Shape and be like, "Oh, Final Shape numbers, whoa."
Yeah.
But Final Shape was different content and was
Yeah.
made to be a little bit more long lasting. So I'm not sure internally what their goals were for player retention, what they deem as like a healthy number that they were shooting for. It doesn't look like a dead game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'd be interested to know kind of where it stacks up in terms of what they were hoping to achieve with this content drop. I saw a lot of early feedback to this expansion. A lot of people were getting like motion sickness with the Matter Spark. That's what it's called, right? Am I
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah.
Right?
Matter
Spark?
Spark. Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, and I know that they already addressed that too. But I'm just curious to see what the have you either of you played any of the new content?
No.
Perchance?
No. Mylan hasn't either. Fran might be the only one, but he's
I'll
been
say
on
our-
vacation for like a year at this
I've been
point.
too
So
busy
he's gonna
running
need
the
around
some
Wu
time.
Chang in my panties of despair.
Yeah, the spare panties. They are. Yeah, every time. Anyway, we'll get to Wu Chang in a second.
So I'm clearly missing something here. And I really want to be in on this, whatever it is.
I
Get it
I
on
would
before
definitely be
MasterCard bans it.
curious.
Yes,
I
right.
mean, they might be upset about that one. It's true. But yeah, I don't. I would also love to know the goals of the expansion of what they were expecting because this definitely is like they didn't add a huge new subclass or like anything crazy. It's very much like we need to rebuild the foundation that's going to make people like enjoy going after stuff again, and then we can start adding to it. So yeah, honestly, there's a lot of people in my Discord who are playing again who haven't played basically since Final Shape, and they're having a pretty good time with it.
Yeah, I've
Because
seen a
there's
lot of
like
people. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's just there's a lot to do. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot to like work towards, and a lot of people like that,
Sure.
and it's given them a lot of that.
I will say a lot of the positive feedback I'm seeing has to do with weapon archetypes. We got like shotgun pistols. That's kind of cool.
That is
We've
cool.
got, the heavy crossbows. We've got the rocket assisted rifles now too, not just the sidearms. So that's pretty neat. I feel like normally we just get one in a major expansion, one new archetype of something, and
Yeah.
it's like it's novel and exciting for a little bit. But I feel like ever since they brought the rocket assisted sidearms, it's like, okay, now these new archetypes, they're actually giving some juice to them, and they feel like they have a really good solid core identity. The rocket assisted sidearms, obviously, for a long time were all about like the elemental interactions. We had shoot, why am I spacing on the name? Indebted Kindness, right? The Arc one that came out
Oh,
first.
yeah.
We got like sharing Jolt. This is when they like started introducing the new verbs and whatnot for the archetypes or for the elements. So we got spread Jolt, and then it was like, oh, I wonder when we're gonna get a solar one. Then we got the Aberrant, right? The Vexy looking one. Chat's gonna call me out on these names if I get them wrong. Aberrant Action, and then we got the Void just recently, right? So I feel like they're finally starting to get really confident in their introductions of these new archetypes of weapons. And it's like, man, where was that for several years while we were just getting the same new hand cannon for the longest time? So
Yeah.
I do want to play the new content. I will get around to it. I just have this like list of things that I want to get done first. And I've got like some sponsored content I got to knock out. But once I get through some of that stuff, I definitely plan on going and playing through the new content, at least just to get through the campaign, try the raid out once, and maybe do some of the grind for the new, because the new armor system, I guess, is a huge grind
The new armor
too.
system, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of
Anyways,
hoping with Renegades, like we see maybe a bit more of a build on top of the foundation because this does feel very foundational, and then hopefully Renegades comes out because we're not just getting like a big DLC a year. It's not like you have to wait a whole year for another thing to come out. Renegades is this year. So hopefully when that comes out, there'll be a bit more. You'll be able to see what this really looks like
sure.
for new Destiny. And you'll be this Star Wars stuff.
Mhm.
If you like Star Wars.
I'm always in Destiny's corner. I always want to see Destiny succeed.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
So Watts, let me
Um,
tell you a story.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in the I'm in the Wu Chang. I'm in the
With your
avian
despair panties?
waste. Yeah.
gosh.
I'm in the avian waste. And I don't
Yes,
even
okay,
know
okay.
what's going on, honestly.
Yeah.
I just like
that's
despair
fair.
everywhere. Just like
The
balls
despair
of
everywhere.
despair everywhere. I can't run
Balls of
through it
despair.
fast enough. Like I'm just like despair is literally bursting out of my chest.
And despair, for anyone who doesn't know, is like Death Blight in Elden Ring. If it builds all the way up, you just die.
Yeah, you
So,
just die. You don't have like a chance
just
to
die.
like get rid of it. You got to get rid of it before it builds up. And it
Yep.
builds up fast. So I'm like
In that
going
one
through my
place,
gear and I'm just like, give me the anti-despair stuff. The wife's in the kitchen. She's not even going to see. I can just do whatever.
There's transmog. You can put on a fluffy jacket.
I know
if you
I
need
could,
to cover
I
it
could,
up.
but I was just trying to like, let me do this quick. Let me try and get through the despair, like
Sure.
the despair corridor, right?
Yep. I know exactly where you mean because it's so fast, and there's the damn coffin, the whoozy what guys falling on top of you, and then there's a mage throwing flowers at you, and then there's skeleton man spawning out of the floor, and
It's a bad
despair
scene,
is
man.
building up, and
It's
then
bad.
there's a very bad bird trying to murder you.
Not
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
So I put on the despair panties, and
they
honestly,
are the despair panties.
the top ain't like super covering either.
Yeah.
I did keep the blue shoes on though, because I'm not willing to compromise.
Yeah.
So I'm hauling my ass up this hill, down this corridor. Of course, the wife walks in. She's like, "What are you playing? What are you wearing? What is this?"
My
'Cause
despair panties.
I gotta tell you, when you're hauling ass up a hill, like you're just kind of staring at the butt, like you're
And the
just,
thing is when you're playing, because this game wants to kill you from the sky, from the floor, from the shrines to everything, you're looking everywhere. You
Yeah.
barely have time to look at the ass.
yeah. I mean,
Well, that's a
threats
shame.
coming from everywhere.
There's
But I don't have time to answer her question. She is obviously agitated. And I just say, they're the panties of despair. I just got to get through this part, and then I'll cover this girl up. And she's like, whatever. And she walks out.
That's
Later that
true.
night, I'm done
That's
playing,
true.
and
Yeah.
I start watching Watch's stream. I've been watching Watch's stream every night for like all week.
Oh god.
And
It's a
she's in the
disaster.
same area.
Yeah.
And she's like, hold on, let me put on my panties of despair. And my wife is now sitting next to me, and she literally blew granola out of her nose.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's yeah, the panties have the highest resistance to the despair.
That
Debuff.
seems intentional.
Actually, I went through and I was like, it's all of like the stuff that they put young brides in that has really high resistance to despair. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's funny. I get
That is
it.
funny.
Yep.
I made it through. It was okay in the end, but that part was a pain in the
That
neck.
part was oof.
But otherwise, I gotta tell you, I am loving Wu Chang. It is
Yeah.
like an outstanding game. I gotta say, I got like small problems, like little nitpicks. Like there was a pretty severe difficulty spike, like kind of early in the game. I thought that,
With
you
the
know, like,
commander.
yeah, and it really kind
the
of chilled
fourth
out
boss.
after that. What's that?
Yeah. And it's like the fourth boss. So it's really early.
And
yeah.
really, like the two of the bosses before that are like hardly even bosses, and one of them I think is like optional. Maybe two of them are optional. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like it's real early, and then there's like this centipede boss. This game likes. I mentioned this last week. This game likes to mess with you. There's this centipede boss. Took me a little while to beat. It wasn't like super long. It was several tries. I was trying for a couple hours at least. Finally get through it.
Oh.
Go past it. Get to a shrine so I can like redo my
Post boss fight. First shrine,
First
post
shrine.
boss you've been on for a couple hours.
It's a mimic shrine, and he beats my ass. I was so
and the
angry.
mimic It's not like you can avoid the grab. I'm pretty sure you could not avoid it. He
I
has
don't
to
think
like
so.
grab you for you to then beat him and then get the shrine. So it's
Uh,
not like, sometimes a mimic from a chest will come and get you and you just do a quick dodge and you'll
mhm,
be fine. I don't
mm-mm.
think you can with the shrine. So if you're
No,
not full health, like
that's the only one I've
you die
seen
and
so far,
gotta
so
run
I
back.
haven't like
It's the
experimented
only
a lot.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the only one in the game, but I'm sure this game likes to do just like one-offs just to now make you paranoid for the
Paranoid for the
rest of
rest.
the
Yeah,
game.
that's right.
Yeah.
One time I'm
Yeah.
walking through like a camp and there's like an item on the ground. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up that item. And there was a tent to my side, and there was a motherfucker with a cannon. Like a cannon off of like a pirate ship.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
shot me. He was in a dark tent. I couldn't have seen that guy.
Yeah. The game it's actually kind of funny because I hearing the stories, you know exactly what someone is gonna say when they start talking about one area. And I kind of like that. I think the
Yeah.
stories are really fun because you're like, there was an item on the ground, and I'm like, I bet it's the damn cannon guy. There was I think there was an enemy like right in front of like just this area, so I wanted to go and, backstab them or something. I run in there, hit a mine. The mine blows up all the pots. The pots blow me up.
Yes.
I'm instantly dead. Yep.
The first patch they did was they lowered the damage on those mines. Those mines are
Yeah.
all over the place in that Cloud Strike City. It's like this snow area.
Yeah.
So imagine you're walking through a foot of snow and there's mines all over the place, and they look like rocks.
They
you
look
can
like
see 'em
rocks. Yeah.
if you're looking for them. But if you're like got your eye on this archer who's shooting fucking missiles at you,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, I'm telling the game really is like you are looking up, down, left. At a certain point, I was like,
yeah.
something's gonna hit me. I'm not gonna see it. I'm just gonna have to deal with it because I can't keep looking at the roof and the floor and the tents I can't do it. So I just accepted.
If they
my
ever
fate.
do
I
like
just
a
spammed the
big
dodge button.
2.0 patch to this game, like one of those like big ones, like hey, like
Mm,
a year later we got the 2.0 patch, the deluxe edition is out, like come
yeah.
back to the game. I would love to see them add loadouts so that I can just like
Loadouts would be
save
good.
a
Yeah.
loadout, because man, it is so fun to just like at any time you can completely respec your character. And Watts, you mentioned last time, you don't put any of your resources into the weapons. Your
Yeah.
actual like skill tree just like builds up power for your weapons for you. So when you take all your points out of that skill tree and put them in another, you can go from the longsword to the axe and just now have, I was a level 7 longsword and now I'm a level 7 axe, and now I'm a level 7
Yep.
spear, and now I'm a level 7 magic user. It's like, it's so cool. But the only thing is, it's like, I want to switch over for this area, but then I want to go back or something like that. It's like, what exactly?
Yeah.
It takes a little while. It's like, okay, which ones do I want to choose? I wish I could just save a loadout, or like save a configuration. That'd be really cool, because
I've been changing builds all the time because it
it'd
is
make
so
me,
fun and so easy to do.
yeah, it'd make me do it a lot more if I could just like, like, oh, here's my sword build, here's my knives build, that kind of thing. But it is so fun because all the weapons are good. They're all fun and they all have like kind of
Yeah.
their own uses.
I found a one-handed sword that has a fan in the other hand. So I don't
Yes.
know if it's the only one that has this, but so far it's the only one because it's a one-handed sword. You just have a sword in your one hand. But this one has a fan, and you like spread it and shoot ice out. And
Yeah.
I decided to change a build and make a frostbite build because I found this really cool weapon and I want to build around it. And then I make the outfit match the fantasy of a frostbite build. And yeah, I think what Wu Chang does really well is level design, exploration,
Yeah.
and I think the build making is really good. I think the combat is good, but it's not like up there with Lies of P and Kazan, I wouldn't say. Like
I
it's
would agree.
good.
It's good.
It's got like some of the hitboxes are, that you can go, okay.
Oh, that
But I'm not like
commander with the
I'm not
kick.
pissed about it. Oh my god, the kick. The one that goes down.
Yeah.
The
She hit you from like
that will-
40 yards away.
Yeah. There's definitely some of that for
Yeah.
sure. But it's
Yeah.
not to the point where I'm like, oh my god, this is really pissing me off that
No.
this hitbox is. I am a tiny lady with the hitbox of an elephant. I don't know how this happened, but yeah. there are some questionable hitboxes, but I mean, yeah, combat and bosses are they're good, and then I think level design and all of that is great. So
Yeah, the levels are beautiful. They
yeah,
connect in great ways. Like
they do.
just when you feel like completely lost, you're like, oh, I'm here now. Oh, okay, I remember how to
Yeah,
get here. And like,
exactly.
like, and like they'll connect. It'll be funny. It's like they'll connect you to a shortcut and bring you to a new place. Like it's really well designed. I really like the exploration of it. I think is a real high point for this game, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
I think it's pretty. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
looks great.
yeah. Especially the panties of despair.
I'm gonna get. I keep going back to those damn despair panties because
They're
yeah,
useful.
it's a status effect that I can't just go. If I get it, I'll just like get rid of it. I
No,
can't say that. So
despair comes on hard.
especially when you're running down a hallway with dudes in coffins falling on your head, and then droplets falling from the sky, and then there's a skeleton trying to kill you. Yeah. But it's good. It's on Game Pass as well, so if anyone's interested, it is on Game Pass. It's also
Yeah,
$50. So
yeah. If you're into Souls-like games, I think it's definitely a good one. If you're not into it, I don't think this is the one that's gonna like change your mind.
yeah, if you're not into
Yeah.
Souls likes, I probably don't recommend Wu Chang because it's very like Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, where they are all in on, you always heard about Dark Souls and you're like, I don't want to play that because there's just traps everywhere. Things are just there to like troll you a lot of the time.
Yeah,
You're
they
going to get
lean on
knocked off
that.
of a ledge. They lean on it real hard in Wu Chang, real hard. And the areas are, I say Demon Souls because in Demon Souls, I don't think the bosses were like that bad. But
No.
traversing the areas, my God, everything wanted to kill you in Demon Souls, and Wu
Yeah.
Chang is very much that. So you got to go through carefully, take your time.
Demon Souls, the remake was awesome too. If you haven't played that
I
yet,
loved Demon
definitely check
Souls
that out.
remake. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Game Pass,
Yeah.
Grounded 2
Yes.
Grounded
Grounded
2, you've been playing
2.
that? That came out
yesterday.
today, is that right?
Yesterday, right?
Yesterday, sorry.
I was watching, was there an early access
It
portion
is
of it?
technically early access.
Was there an early
now.
access to the early access? Because I was
Maybe they gave
watching,
like some streamers. I don't know.
maybe. I was watching Mylan play, and I swear I watched him yesterday and the day before. I don't know. Maybe.
But anyways,
Anyway.
incredible survival game. Grounded 1 was phenomenal, and Grounded 2 really is sort of an extension of that. And it is, like I said, early access, but they have a full like roadmap for content already pretty well established, including like new gear, bosses, regions of the map. So right now, I think you're looking at about, if you were to just dive into it and blast through the story, because it does have a story, which, by the way, super fun and super playful. Grounded 1 story was really, really good. But you got like chunks of story, chunks of narrative throughout your whole gameplay, where you'd have to do like a lot of gameplay in between those chunks. So most people like didn't even get to experience the whole narrative. And it felt more like a backdrop to a great survival game. Grounded 2, not like that at all. The story's really front and center, and it's super playful and fun. It's got like evil stepmommy vibes, where it's like she's kind of hot, but she's also a little bit evil.
That's how I
You
like
know, and yeah, that's right. Briar's like, yeah.
That's
Is
how I like
she
my
perhaps
stepmom.
feeling some despair right now? Anyways, yeah. So that's
despair
one
drawer.
improvement. If you're looking for, okay, well, what's Grounded 2 got that Grounded 1 doesn't? Better story delivery, which is very fun and playful. Another thing that I would tell you to set expectations. Right now, in terms of biomes, it's pretty similar to what Grounded 1 had. It just covers a lot more space. So the map itself
I
is much
see,
larger
yeah.
than the backyard. They do have regions that are blocked off, because now you're in a park, not a backyard. And they've got all these cool biomes coming that aren't quite there yet. So everything
It's
you
early
see
access.
everything you see right now is going to look pretty familiar to you, including the combatants that you're going to be fighting. There are some new ones right now, but most of the things you're going to be running into, especially early in the game, are stuff that if you played Grounded 1, you're going to be like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, I fought so many of these. But they also decided to lean a lot heavier into the like class specking. So Grounded 1, like once you got I don't know, maybe at least 20 hours into the survival part of the game, you started to get access to some recipes that would let you really play kind of like a mage or a rogue. You know what I mean? And it started to feel like its own kind of a survival game that stands out from all the others because you
Yeah.
got to play like these fantasy roles in really fun, playful ways. They start you out in Grounded 2 like that. It's like, hey, if you want to play as a rogue, like from the get-go, you can get your daggers out. Or if you want to play as a mage from the get-go, it's not end game gear anymore. You can have an ice scepter that's shooting ice crystals at stuff
Nice.
pretty early on. So I like that. Anyways, it's getting really good reviews. It is free on Game Pass if you have Game Pass, and we've got a ton of content coming. So keep your eye on that.
Nice.
And it says that the devs did confirm that this early access has twice the content of current Grounded 1, which is that's pretty crazy because they're still in early access. So there's still so much more to come. I've
Wow.
only ever heard really, really good stuff about this game. I've always heard that it's a really fun survival crafting game, but the combat is also really good. And
Most survival games, that's their Achilles heel. Like
it
the
really
combat
is.
just feels so clunky. And this is not that. Like Obsidian knows what they're doing.
Yeah. If you don't get it on Game Pass, it is $29.99. $30. $30 for lots of content and then more content being added. So check it out if you're interested. Yeah, it looks great. I know Mylan, I'm sad Mylan can't be here because of his power went out because he's been playing a ton and he seems like he's having a really good time.
Yeah, I'd love to hear his thoughts on it. So you say he's
love
enjoying
to.
it. That's good.
He is enjoying it. Yeah.
Didn't he
Yep.
go back and play some Grounded 1 in prep for this?
He did. Yeah. He did indeed.
And did he enjoy Grounded 1 as well?
I think so. Yeah, I think he also enjoyed it. It's so Bashy in chat is saying it got Mylan to do base building, like actual walls. Because normally what Mylan would do is like, what do I need? I need a cooker. I put a cooker here. It doesn't do any base building at all. So that is a good sign.
Oh, I should say, one big improvement is that they have mounts in Grounded 2.
I saw
the building.
Mylan riding an ant.
Yeah, so the building system is very similar. So I love the base building in Grounded 1. It's at least early game. I'm not super far in yet. Early game feels pretty much copy pasta, same as Grounded 1. Not a lot of difference there. But one key difference is that you don't have to put up all these zip lines to all your other bases because it's probably faster to hop on a mount and zoom across the park to your other bases. There's currently 2 mounts in the game. One's an ant, one's a spider. But it makes travel a lot more convenient.
Spider's cooler.
Well, it depends on what you're after. Because the ant is basically like, think of it as a pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ants can carry, whatever times their weight. And so if you're out harvesting materials, you want to bring the ant because you can load the ant up with, grass stalks and building supplies to build your base up and whatever. So that's pretty cool. The spider seems more like it's great for getting from point A to point B without having to deal with the small bugs because
It's like a
it has
sports car.
Because yeah, it's fast, but also it can do like a roar, and all the small bugs are like, I ain't messing with the spider, right? So it's a great way to just because that's also annoying, isn't it? In games where you're like, I just want to go over there, and I know that there's like 50 tiny ants that are gonna attack me, and I can kill them all. It's just gonna take forever, and then you just end up trying to plow through, and you got a wave of enemies behind you. Well, this sort of eliminates that problem.
It sounds great. And it's
Yeah.
also
Heck yeah.
it's set in it's a unique world, right? You're shrank down into a size of a bug in a garden. Now you're in a park. And I think that's just interesting. It's not medieval. It's not, it's something different.
Yeah, and all the
like the setting
environments
a
are
lot.
super playful, like a grill that got knocked over. And guess what you've got?
Yeah.
Now you've got your volcano biome. You know what I mean? You got your charcoal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Or one part of the map is a tipped over, like if you were to go to the park and there's like an ice cream cart, guys selling ice cream out of the chilled cart, but that's dumped over and it makes your Arctic biome, right?
Snow level.
So it's it's stuff like that. That's just, and the environmental storytelling is great. You look around, you're like, or like there's I came across a giant revolver. It's like a kid's cap gun, you know what I mean? That some kid dropped in the park, but this huge spire sticking out of the ground. It's super cool. I love it.
Yeah, I've always really liked that. Like in Disney's Castle of Illusion, you did a lot of like shrinking down and going in a book or going in a
Hmm.
goldfish bowl. And I just think it's really playful of what devs can do with those kind of environments where it's like an everyday thing, but then it's reimagined into like a playful area for you to spend time. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Phantom Blade Zero gameplay?
Oh my God. Yes. I saw I saw Cowboy fighting Cowboy posted a couple weeks ago that he's been invited to China to play Phantom Blade Zero. So his
Oh, really?
gameplay
Did he go?
went up today. Yes, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
tomorrow I'm probably gonna watch his gameplay because I'd be very curious about that as well. But yes, they put out 23 minutes of gameplay from Phantom Blade Zero.
This
This is a
game
new
looks so badass.
It's insane. It's so good that people were like, and up until now, people were like, I don't think this is a real game. There's no way it's not a real game. It's a wuxia style action game. So it's not a Souls-like and it's not DMC level, bring them in there, slash, 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 go crazy with combo kind of game. But it's very flashy and very fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got like 4 weapons on you at any given time. You're like grabbing the enemy's hands and turning them around. You're parrying into picking them up, and there's so much going on. It looks incredible.
It looks insane. It really
It looks
does.
groundbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's amazing how many like animations there are for every little
Yes.
situation and how smoothly and how fast they like just integrate into like the next attack or the next like parry and like the special moves, and it's just like for the entire 23 minutes there's just like constantly new stuff and it all
Mhm.
looks so just cool, you know?
And that's their thing. That's their goal. Their goal is they want to create a game where you're just feeling really cool the whole
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
Yeah, and this seems like that's certainly what they have done. And they also showed off in this gameplay that you get attacked by this one boss on a roof, and you can actually choose to leave them or kill them. And if you leave them, they will join a boss fight later on. So that was kind of cool to see that you have these choices of what you want to do
Like as an ally or like as an
as an
added
enemy.
hard? Oh
An
man.
added enemy, yeah. So I don't
No.
know. I don't know.
Killing you the
Obviously,
first time. I'm not leaving you
it
alive.
could be that if you wait, for the boss fight, maybe it does some kind of quest, or you get an extra reward, or like something. There's got to be like a reason for leaving them. Because if you're beating their ass and you're like, bye, there's got to be
Yeah.
a
I
reason
love
why
when
you'd leave
games
them.
do stuff like that. Like getting
Yeah.
creative with Baldur's Gate does that with some boss fights depending on how you handle it. Like characters could come back and interact in different ways. One character has a great redemption arc. She's a horrible person initially, but then, so you think, oh, I just got to kill her. But if you like knock her unconscious and leave her, you have a chance later to like rescue her from prison. And it's a great whole arc. But
I
I
really
love when
like
games
that.
do stuff like that for sure. Remnant 2 was really good about that as well. Like there's some
Yes.
secret gear. There's a ton of secret gear in that game that would change based on how you approached a boss fight.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I love it when games do that because it makes you also think like even in the case of there's an NPC that you can summon. I'm like, do I need to summon them for the side quest? Should I not summon them? If they die, is the side quest going to be the same as if they stay
right.
alive the whole time? Like, I do like having extra things to think about in regards to that. And the boss fight they showed off was one that we've seen before, but I will never get tired of seeing it, where it's like a puppet master having multiple enemies that they're controlling. And then after you kill all of the little puppets, it goes to phase 2, and there's like you're fighting the puppet master. And when it goes to you fighting the puppet master, so this is a game set in like old school China. I don't know the
Mhm.
exact
I,
date,
I
but
think
it's
it's like
like
a
that kind of period.
fictional like
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a fictional like wuxia old school Chinese kind of setting. Um, the second phase of this fight is straight up like rock music. Like
Yeah.
just right into it's so fun. It's so fun. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Like I mean there's
That's
still
incredible.
more like I'm interested in seeing like am I just going to be in brown for like the entire game cuz I don't
Mm.
this isn't the Xbox 360. I don't want to just be in brown everything for. But man, like this game looks fun. It's got a bad name though. I cannot remember the name of this. I have to write it down and refer to
Phantom
it
Blade Zero.
every time. It's just such a generic name.
It is, yeah. It is kind of, yeah. They said that they also at the end of that trailer they're going to be announcing the release date this year. So they've already said that 2026 it's coming out, but we should be getting the release date soon. So next year is already packed. Absolutely packed.
Good.
Yeah, this year has been crazy.
Phantom Blade Zero sounds like a gamer tag a 15-year-old or a 14-year-old would make for themselves. Be like, I need to have the coolest BA sound in Phantom Blade Zero.
But they hit the like randomizer when they were setting it up on Xbox, where it just like gives you like 3 words that all sound cool. Like, yeah, that's the one.
Dark Assassin 4. Yes. That's it.
Yeah, it's
what's going on with the Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal?
Yes.
The multiplayer reveal was literally today. Ago. Yeah. And then they're like, and surprise, all these people are going to be playing it. Go watch them play it live right now, right? So we got a really good helping of Battlefield 6 today. It looks incredible. Okay, it looks like if they fully actualized what Battlefield 3 could be in today's gaming space, right? So very nostalgic, boots on the ground. And so I think that they said 9 maps coming on launch. We're all over the globe. Some are really CQC. You got like Brooklyn. You've got some that I think it's like Kazakhstan. Is it Kazakhstan? I don't know. We got like big, open, spacious, mountainous regions. So if you like the vehicle warfare with jets and helicopters, that's there too. We've got all the traditional game modes, including a new one called Escalation that they showed off, which looks really cool. And it's kind of like Rush. If you ever played the Rush game mode in like Battlefield 3, where you progress through the map and things sort of escalate and get cooler and like big events happen, like a skyscraper falling in Battlefield 4, stuff like that. So Escalation is kind of embracing that Battlefield idea of the fight changes over time and things escalate into some big climactic final battle if you get that far, which is really cool. But one of the coolest features for sure that I think Bungie missed out on with the whole Destiny franchise was Forge mode, because they were the inventors of it with Halo. And it's funny because Battlefield 6 is like, they're not calling it Forge mode, obviously, but they're like, we have a full editor. You can make your own maps and change all the modifiers.
That's awesome.
And they dumped like all their assets in there. So you can put buildings. You can have the building like leaning over against another building, like Cloverfield style, right? Stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it looks so cool. And on top of that, the game mode that they showed just to be playful was a game mode where like the building is sideways, or it's like a highway, like a street is sideways, and you're trying to run up it, right? It's at like a 45-degree angle, and like buildings and tanks and stuff are tumbling down it, and you have to like dodge them to get to the top. What's funny about that is that's one of the most successful game modes. If you remember OG Halo Forge mode, there was a game called DK that blew up on FileShare, and it was like one of the most downloaded game modes that was made in Halo's Forge. So the fact that Battlefield 6 showed that, I was like, that's kind of cold, man. I respect it though.
Hey, if they're not going to use it,
That's right.
Someone else.
And it's not really a dig at Halo, because Halo still has Forge mode, and it's great, by the way. Their Forge is really good. But anyways, I thought that was a great addition to the Battlefield world, because I think that's one of the things that creates longevity, that you don't have to really continue to develop that part of your game. You just let the community do what the community does. Anyways, I was very excited about what I saw.
It's like endless content. Mm-hmm. Does that game have a release date yet?
Someone look it up.
I wouldn't think so, but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
You had a lot of big names.
October 10th. Oh, it does. October 10th.
Wow, that's right.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Right around the corner. That is coming up real soon.
Destin played it. He's like, we're back. Paris played it, and he's like, we're so back.
Damn.
Tassie said, yeah, this is Battlefield at its finest as well. So a lot of folks with fairly reliable opinions saying this is a really good direction for Battlefield to go, considering where they've been in the recent years. One thing I wish we would have seen more of is progression. That's a big part of playing Battlefield, obviously, is your progression system as you level up your classes and your kits and your guns and all that business. So I'd love to see how that all plays out. Traditionally in Battlefield games, unlocking new gear is done through like in-game achievements, like get 12 headshot kills with this gun and you'll unlock this other gun, or use a repair tool to get 5 kills and you'll unlock this special gun for the engineer kit, right? Stuff like that. So I want to see more what that system has to offer.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that they let people just stream it for, ton of hours.
Yeah.
Because then people can literally, like, normally you just see a trailer and it's a very contained multiplayer trailer, but with this you can just tune in and see what it's like.
Yeah.
And you're
I gotta watch
also
some of
gonna
those streams.
be the beta is coming out. So
Yeah, next
you're
week.
gonna be able to play
Oh,
it.
really?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the mood for some more Battlefield. Like I'm
Heck
ready.
yeah, man.
It's been a long time.
Did you ever watch the YouTube series Battlefield Friends back in the day?
No.
So freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a lot of people were saying with Battlefield 6, we really hope Battlefield Friends comes back. It's a YouTube channel that made like custom animations for these Battlefield cartoons that were so
I love those.
relatable. If you played the game, it's so relatable.
What was the
Anyways.
World War II one that came out? That was a while ago. That might have been like 6 years ago at this point. Does anyone remember that? Was
You're
that
talking
called-
about Battlefield?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
they
was like a World War
they
II
had
one.
one. It kind of flopped for sure.
I like
Oh, the
it
latest
had
one
like
flopped, yeah.
it had a core following, but actually I remember, you remember Sir Demetrius, Destiny 1 legend?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a lot of content for that game, that Battlefield game when it came out. I remember running into him actually in game, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it didn't stick for most folks. They were like,
I thought it was fun.
that's kind of weird.
I didn't
dig
stick
it
with it
too
for
much.
like a long time. I played it for probably a month, but I liked it.
Yeah, same. I bounced off of it pretty hard.
What else we got on the agenda today?
So there was the Nintendo Direct.
I think we've said enough
There
about
wasn't
that.
anything. There wasn't much. I mean, what I was excited about, what I was like, ooh. So there is going to be a new Octopath Traveler, which is cool.
That was super weird because they showed like 2 Square Enix like HD, like what do they call those? Like the HD 2D?
2.5D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 of those games in a row. I mean, they were very different games, but they have a very similar look. So it was just kind of weird.
Oh. They announced Monster Hunter Stories 3.
I saw
this
that.
looks like quite a big boost in like graphics and just everything from 2 to 3.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be on Switch 2 only?
No, I don't think so, because I think they put out a tweet saying that it was going to be available on more platforms. So let me just double check that, because I think that's what they said.
Because it did
But
look
people
way
have loved
better
Monster
than the
Hunter
old one.
Stories.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
popular. It looked way better than the old
Monster
one.
Hunter Stories 3. It's called Twisted Reflection. And yeah, they said it's going to be out on more things. So I don't think they've specified yet.
But it's not going to be on the Switch 1. It's just
Oh,
Switch
wait, no,
2.
they literally says it here. Never mind. It says the Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC Steam in 2026.
Okay.
And these games only ever came out on handhelds until like recently, when they did kind of mini remasters for them and put them on Steam. So it's nice that it's actually launching on everything.
What are those
Love to
games? Are
see
they like
that.
RPGs or?
They're turn-based RPGs. Yeah, kind of similar to, I guess, Pokemon.
Oh.
But you make friends with them. You make friends with the monsties, and you can ride them and
Instead of slaves.
breed them. Yeah, instead of killing them. Yeah.
What else
And
did
they
they
have
show off?
they have Rise monsters in there too. So like Magnamalo is in there, who was the big guy in Rise. So pretty cool.
What was it's called Elliot and like something. I remember the
You
name
nailed
of
it. No, you got it.
It was one of the Square Enix games. It was like an action RPG in that 2D HD style that they have. It looks nice, but it was a weird name that I can't remember.
I'll
The
list
Adventure
them
of
from
Elliot.
this
Thank
thing.
you, zealous Endeavor.
There you go.
The Adventure of Elliot. The Millennium Tale.
I wonder if that's
Elliot,
in here.
you know.
The Adventure of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. Yep. Action
A new
RPG
Katamari
coming to Switch too.
Damacy.
People, Tomo was very excited about Katamari. The music in that game is always banging.
Yeah, they're gonna
Music's
have
very good.
multiplayer in this one. Still kind of fun, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't like a banging, like you know, like it was.
It wasn't. No.
It was funny because it was a lot of like very recognizable brands and like, but it wasn't like what you were hoping. Like it wasn't what you're like. There was no like, oh wow, like this is coming to the Switch too kind of moment, you know, like.
Yeah. Oh, I got one thing.
Mhm.
So this game is coming to Switch, so it got its announce date on the Direct, and that is Chronos: The New Dawn. This is a game
Oh,
that
yeah.
is made by Bloober. It's kind of looking like
Super
Dead
not playing it on
Spacey.
the Switch too.
Not playing it on the Switch too, but they had their release date announcement during
That's
there,
good,
so I was
yeah.
like, oh great. It's coming out September 5th. Also, it's $60 instead of 70 or 80. That
That's
was
good.
nice. I haven't seen a $59.99 in forever. Been a while.
Yeah. I was hoping
Not
for
not,
more.
not a crazy amount.
It's a new console. I want games that are exclusive to that console, because if they're not exclusive to that console, I'm probably not playing them on that console. That's just how the Switch is for me, unless it's like, a 2D game like Shinobi or Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, where I just prefer to play it on that console for some reason. I don't really know why that is psychologically. I'll have to look into it. You said that Silksong.
Oh yes, Silksong. It's not anything crazy, but I guess it is pretty crazy. Xbox confirmed that Silksong will be playable at their booth at Gamescom. So that's in August. People are going to be able to play Silksong.
At Xbox's booth.
Yes.
And we just saw it at the last time we saw this game was at the Nintendo.
No, the last time we saw it was at the Xbox showcase.
Oh, I
because
thought it was
they
on
said
the
that
Nintendo showcase.
It was, but they said that it was day one launching on Xbox's new handheld.
Oh, but it's
So
not really. It's just a ROG Ally with an Xbox logo on it.
I don't know the inner workings of it.
And it's got like Game Pass, I think, on it.
But Silksong is launching day one there, so that is probably why it's with Xbox.
Is that going to be an exclusive launch, or this just means that when
No.
Silksong launches, it'll also be on this ROG Ally Xbox edition?
Well, it's going to be on Xbox. So if it's on Xbox, it's coming out on every system.
All right.
Yeah. So it's the Silksong rollout has been really, really, really weird. I don't know why they themselves haven't just uploaded a trailer and said something, because we've just gotten like little snippets of it in different places. It's on Nintendo, it's on Xbox, it's coming here. But I would love it if the devs now just put out a trailer, and even if they said we're announcing the release date at this point at Gamescom, whatever. But yeah, they still don't have an actual date, which is why Silksong being playable at Gamescom got me excited, because all we know is that it's launching day one with the Xbox thing, and that's happening sometime in Christmas. So
are they
seeing that
saying
it's playable at Gamescom.
Oh, okay. So that's what they're saying. Is when that thing launches, Silksong will be on it when it launches.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Christmas time.
Okay.
But we don't have a date for that. And Team Cherry hasn't put out an announcement date for just Silksong in general. So I was like, I don't know what to believe anymore, but at least it's playable at Gamescom, so maybe it's real.
Playing their cards close to their chest,
It is weird. Because if they just, and I'm sure they will do this eventually, but it's just been weird getting little sneak peeks at the game, but not with any actual concrete information. It's very
Yeah.
like wishy-washy. So I would love for them to just put out a damn announcement on Twitter and just be like, hey, it's coming out this day. Then we can be excited. Instead
Yeah.
of being like,
I don't know. Maybe
I don't
they've
know.
decided that this is what gets them the most like word of mouth. Is just people like, when the fuck is this game coming?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
They're
I don't know
building
how positive it
anticipation.
is, but everybody's obviously excited for this game.
Yeah. Yep.
I also played the
Um,
Shinobi demo today. Shinobi Age
oh,
of
yes.
Vengeance demo. This is a must play, guys. Like, honestly, I don't care what kind of gamer you are. This game is absolutely gorgeous. This is not a retro throwback game. This is a high definition, like high fidelity 2D game. It looks amazing. The combat is excellent. You have so many options for combat. The animation is so smooth. So this isn't, it doesn't appear, from the demo, it doesn't appear to be a Metroidvania. It appears to be like a level-based, like, here's the level and you got to get through it with some like hidden areas and like a map to help find them. So it's like Metroid Light, kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can kind of find
Yeah.
stuff, but you're trying to get from A to B and find some extra stuff on the way.
Okay.
But the thing about this game is you have access to an insane number of combos. You have a light attack, a heavy attack. You have different kinds of like ninja magic, ninja rage arts. You got all this different stuff, and you can combine it in all sorts of different ways. And then there's a store where you can buy new combos and new ways to like destroy your enemies in gruesome and visceral ways. It's really cool. You can launch enemies up into the air, jump up and start a combo up there, then do a dive kick and like slam them to the ground, bounce off and start your combo on the next enemy. Like, it's just so dynamic and so fun. Even as somebody who like doesn't know what they're doing yet, it's like the game is just empowering me to feel cool. And it's so beautifully animated and so cool looking. I'm telling you, you got to play this demo. You got to play this demo. It takes an hour to run through it. It's outstanding looking. It really is. It's really fun.
Who's the developer?
Geez, it's published by Sega, and I don't know who the developer is. I'd have to look it up. But it's funny because it came out on the same day as Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Like, that's got to be planned, right? It's like, hey, don't forget about our ninja game.
Right.
It comes out next month. Like, but man, I'm telling you, it is astounding. It's like it just feels like a new experience for a 2D game, and it looks awesome.
Wow.
So smooth.
Cool.
Want to talk about a lawsuit real quick?
Oh,
shoot.
do I?
Don't
threaten me with a good time.
Think back. I can't even remember the name of the game. Hold on. So, but there was a game that was shown. How long ago was it? Like a couple months ago, maybe. And it was a game being made by Tencent that everyone was like, that seems quite similar to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Like, you looked at it, and if you thought that it was a new Horizon Zero Dawn game, like, that makes total sense. So everyone was like, very, very strange. It's called Light of Motaram. It's got a red-haired protagonist wearing very similar outfits to Aloy.
Yeah.
It's got the machine monsters. The world looks the same. And Sony is now suing them. And it also had the Destiny Ghost in there, which was weird. I was like, oh, it's got like just straight up a Destiny Ghost in there.
why
So
not?
Sony,
We're
yes.
stealing stuff at this point. Why?
Ghosts are cool.
Why stop at the one Sony thing?
That's right.
That's where Peter
A
Dinklage
s-
went.
yeah, maybe. And Sony decided to be like, yep, we are suing you. So there's a lot of like side by side stuff of what they're comparing, where they're like, this monster is literally a Horizon monster. But it gets a little bit even spicier because apparently Tencent went to Sony to license the Horizon Zero Dawn IP. And Sony said no. And then this game was announced. So it seems like they made this game in hopes that Sony would just say yes, and then they were like, screw it. Just
Well, hopefully
let it
we make
fly.
hopefully we make more money than we need to pay Sony for this lawsuit.
Yeah.
I'm
It
like, this
looks so
happens,
much
right?
like Horizon. It's
It's so
unbelievable.
much.
Yeah,
It's
it. You can't defend it. It is what it is, right?
There's no defending it.
And
Like
Horizon's
Power World
not
had more
like
differences.
Horizon's not a generic looking game.
No.
No.
Like it really has its own look. Like I mean,
Very distinct vibe. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And like these kind of things happen where studios will start making a game and then they'll go and try and get the license, and then if they say no, normally they'll change enough of it to where you can't be like, this is a ripoff of our game. But they didn't seem to change anything. They're like, let's just hope the fact that it's got survival crafting in it will be a differentiating factor where Sony will leave us alone. But that's kind of damning to also see that, they went
no
for the
doubt.
license.
Yeah.
Do you remember that game Friday the 13th where you play?
Yes. We played Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
We
great.
loved it until we found out that they never got permission to use the name Friday the 13th
They
or the
didn't?
character. No. And they're like, we just thought it wasn't a problem. They're like, really? You just stole the name of our
That's
franchise
funny.
and our main antagonist and made a whole video game about them and didn't think that maybe you should get some permission first.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Sony's gonna make a lot of money from Tencent's got lots of bucks.
They got plenty of cash.
They
Yeah.
got many bucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would
Yeah.
you? Yeah. That's just a self.
I don't even know why you would do that. I mean, I guess they're like, we've done so much work on this thing, we don't want to just like throw it away. But you at least change the main character to have a different color hair. Like something. So that happened. Good times.
Yeah.
There's some Monster Hunter news.
Oh yeah. What's going on in Monster Hunter World? Not Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter Rise World.
Monster Hunter Wilds World. So Title Update 3 is coming in September. These are the updates where they add new monsters. They normally add like there's obviously new weapons and new armor from said monsters. There'll be some new decorations. There'll be new upgrades to your talismans and stuff like that. But what was coming with Title Update 3 was going to be, and if you've played Rise, you'll be familiar with this, new end game system where you farm for talismans. So talismans are a thing where it's like a little charm that you can put on your character that can have skills on it. So you don't need to have it on your armor or your weapon. It can just, if you have, let's say, for those of you who don't play Monster Hunter at all, it'd be like attack +2, and you need like 2 more to finish out what you want in your build. You could get a talisman that has attack +2, and then you could complete it. So they're adding a new end game system where you can get RNG talismans. So you're going to be farming for stuff to get talismans with random skills on it. And those skills can have weapon skills on those talismans. Whereas before, right now, you can't get any weapon skills on a talisman. And there are some really cool ones, but you're like, this weapon sucks. The skill is really cool, but the weapon sucks. So I don't want to use this weapon. Whereas now with this system, you will be able to get that skill and you'll be able to kind of mess around with way more builds. Way, way, way more. So, and they're also adding a higher difficulty of quest alongside with that, and they're kind of linked together. Now, that's coming in September, but they said recently this week that they're actually moving that specific part of Title Update 3 to August 13th. So it's coming in a couple weeks. So you're going to have a whole new endgame system.
Uh-oh. Nope. Just the Briar Show now, fellas. Sorry, folks. Looks like the Discord has decided no more. No mas. We'll give it a few seconds. See if we can't get it going again here. They said they can hear us. Or they can hear me, but I can't hear them. I'll turn off my camera, see if we can lower some kind of bitrate or something. Let's see here. Rip. Yeah, Discord is just having a fit. Not enjoying life.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
Hey,
give me
hey.
a government ID. Give me a
Oh,
government ID,
hello.
Briar. It'll fix it. Says Watts.
Yeah. Give him
Good to
scan your
see ya.
ID in.
Long time no see, guys. How you been?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, Windows every fucking time.
Windows all the time. All the time. So yeah, there's gonna be a new endgame system in a couple weeks.
That
Neat.
sounds good, actually. That's a
Yeah.
pretty like huge update.
It is a
Next
really big
week-
update. Yeah.
Next week we get the new Marvel Rivals character, Blade.
Blade looks very cool. Blade
Yeah,
can
and,
parry.
Yeah, and voiced by Gabe Kunda. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He was in Hi-Fi Rush. He was Macaron in Hi-Fi
Oh.
Rush. He's in Diablo 4.
Not my blade.
Uh,
Wesley Snipes is my blade.
Wesley said, he
Not
said
my
you're-
Blade.
I don't think they could get Wesley.
I bet they could.
He was also the Newcastle, one of the characters in Apex Legends. Ton of anime voice work, like My Hero Academia, Gundam work, all kinds of stuff. He's in Date Everything, if you played that game. Anyways, really talented dude. I was really excited to see him get the role of Blade. But Blade does look super fun. I feel like we really needed another like frontline brawler in the game. And we've gotten a lot of poke heroes who sit in the back and snipe. We've gotten a lot of healers, and it's nice to. And we got a couple of tanks recently in the form of the Thing and Emma Frost. But now to have Blade thrown into the mix to be a real frontline dueler, I'm really excited about that. What that's going to mean for the meta.
What does
But he
Blade
does
use,
look
like a
super
sword and a gun?
anime. Sword and a gun, man. Sword and a gun. So,
Cool.
Yep, sword and a gun. It's cool.
and his ultimate looks so anime too, like dash through, and then you just see all these slash marks just go all over the place. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty excited about him coming to the game for sure.
I want to see pro Blade gameplay from you, TV.
Oh, you shall.
Yeah, totally.
I will
You
be
You
shall.
just
watching.
reminded me in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, when you do an
Mhm.
ultimate, it does like this like pause screen for like half a second where he like pulls his sword out this much, so you just see a slash across the entire screen, and then he
Yeah,
puts it back in. And it's like a half-second cutscene. It's amazing.
Yep.
that's right. You just feel so BA.
Man,
Yeah.
games, games are just killing it. Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
man.
there are
Games are
so
getting
many
cool.
insane games.
Yeah.
People are making, like, this year is a really good example of all the different types of games that are so good. You've got 2D games coming back. You've got like
Yeah.
straight up action games, action RPG. You've got like every type of game is doing really well, and they're doing lots of cool stuff. Lots of really cool art styles too. People aren't
Yeah.
just trying to do hyper realistic stuff all the
Yeah.
time.
Speaking of art styles, we got another animated short this week from Gearbox for one of their main protagonists, Rafa. So we get to see his backstory, and it's very Borderlands. It's blood and gore and unapologetically just killing people for the heck of it. And so his backstory is he's got a history with the TDR company. So if you're familiar with Borderlands lore, they throw everything away. Everything's disposable, including their people. So he was one of the disposable people for TDR. So that's the chip on his shoulder and where he comes from, and explains the gear he's got as well. It's like an exosuit that TDR made, but decided that the program was too expensive to keep running. So they found a way to basically make the armor work as long as there was an organic body in it, whether it was alive or dead. But they were like, we got to pay benefits to employees. So kill the pilot, keep their corpse inside of it. And now we have zombie army, and we don't have to pay for their families or
Zombies
so-
don't
Sounds about
eat.
right.
Well, they eat.
That's
but
right.
not- not.
They
You don't have to
take care
feed
of
'em.
themselves, right?
They take care of themselves.
They're pretty
Yeah.
self-sufficient. So,
And
anyways,
we don't have to do layoffs if the zombies eat everybody.
Hey,
This is the character I am kind of leaning most towards at the moment. So I'm excited
okay,
to see like his actual like skill breakdown video because they've
for
been
sure.
doing like really in-depth videos with all of these characters. You've got these
Yeah.
shorts, you've got like a bunch of videos about them. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing that video about him. Very interested.
That's right around the corner. There's just so many games to play right now. Shoot.
That's
Oblivion
crazy.
Remastered, by the way, if you were holding out on that and you don't have Game Pass, that just, I think, I don't know how long the sale lasts, but they knocked $20 off of it right now on Steam. So if you wanted to try it,
That
and
was
you've been
quick.
holding out. Yeah, if been wanting to play it, but you've been doing other stuff and you haven't picked it up yet, but you wanted it specifically on Steam, now would be a good time to snag that.
There's a game I wanted to bring up that also came out today. You guys remember
Too many games.
Zao that was made by Surgent Studios. They were part of the EA like Creator Network thing. Abu Bakar Salim, who is in Game of Thrones, and like that was like his studio.
Okay.
They put out a game which is very different because that was a Metroidvania. That was a Metroidvania game based on like dealing with the grief of losing his father and rooted in African like storytelling and environments.
Oh yeah,
This
I do remember
game,
that game now.
yeah, it was actually really good.
That wasn't that long ago that
Um,
came out. Was that
It wasn't.
last year
No.
or this year?
I think it was last year.
Was it last year?
I think it was last year. Yeah. But they have a new game out today. It's called Dead Take. And this is a atmospheric psychological horror game where
Mhm.
you walk through a mansion trying to look for your lost friend. And
Oh, I
it's like
saw
a
this.
Hollywood mansion. Yes. And the cool thing is that they have two actors in this game that are actually, you see them, in person acting. And it's Ben Starr and Neil Newborn.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. It's really cool. And it seems like so they're the main actors, and you're kind of walking around and you're solving these puzzles. And it's kind of trying to tell a story about like the dark side of Hollywood and how it affects people.
Oh, so it's not like horror.
And everyone, it's a psychological escape room kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's a bit different than, like scary monsters kind of trying to eat you.
Cool.
It's also really short. It's like 4 hours long.
Love that.
It's also $13.
Right.
Great.
It's $13.
I'm in.
So yeah, but everyone seems to be pretty happy about it from what I can tell. It's
Good.
they just looking at the dark side of Hollywood, the sacrifice that goes into that, and yeah, they have incredible talent on this game. So
What's it called again?
I definitely want to check it out. Dead Take.
Dead Take.
Dead
Oh,
Take.
because it's Hollywood, like a take.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
I get it.
So I'm gonna play this one. We hit a sub goal recently for me to play drunk scary games, so this will be one of them.
That's smart.
Nice.
That's a good. That's a
Although
good reward.
How are your puzzle skills when
very
inebriated?
bad, really bad. So this game might end up taking me 20 hours. It's gonna be real. I'm gonna be like, guys, solve it for me. I don't know what I'm doing.
If you're drunk for 20 hours, I'm gonna call an ambulance for you.
Oh,
Yep.
go. I'm sorry to like come back to Wu Chang. I've been.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching you all week. I finished playing and then I turn on your stream, but I'm not watching you live. I'm watching like your VOD. I think you're still live.
Oh, the VOD. Okay.
When I start watching, but I want to, because I like when I'm playing these games, I have such FOMO, right? Like I'm so scared of missing stuff. So I gotta watch
it's
somebody
very easy
else,
too,
but I don't
yeah.
want to get spoiled either.
Right,
like,
right. So you want to do it like
The best approach to that is like when you leave an area and you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm not coming back to this area. And then you're like, okay, I can now watch someone else play this area.
That's
and
what I
see
do,
if they
right?
have
Is that's
something
what-
that I don't have. Yep.
But I had to stop watching you because we went in completely different directions.
You were mentioning the bird and you had the shoes on. When I did I was in the bird place, the
Yeah.
forest place. I didn't have the shoes yet because I didn't
Right,
fight her.
'cause
I just finished fighting her.
I did the entire like Cloud Strike stuff before I went to the avian
The
swamp
bird.
place, whatever. Yeah, the bird
Yep.
place. And you went to you
Yep.
finished that entire bird place before you went to Cloud Strike. And I was
Yeah,
like
I did a
fascinated by like,
little bit of the snow area, and then I was like, "Ah, I had a side quest with the old man. I'm gonna go do that in case like me continuing here is a problem for old man side quest." Um, yeah, so I ended up just going back. I've done like a mixture of I go to an area and I'm like, I have a thing that I haven't fully done. Let me go and see if I need to do that.
yeah.
Go back and forth.
I have 3 NPCs on like my teleporter that I
Mm.
have to find, but I can't find them anywhere. And I think I'm gonna have to look up a guide. Like, where are these dicks?
At least just where they are. Yeah, I think if you
Yeah.
look at guides where they tell you the quest, like the different steps, you'll be able to just find the step where it's like you need to find them at the refugee camp, and it will kind of show you where they
Yeah,
are.
just tell
And then
me
you shouldn't
where in the
spoil it for
refugee
you.
camp though. The place is huge and I can't find the
I
little bastard.
know. Some of them are behind the gates that you haven't opened yet.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the old dude.
Yeah.
So, all right. In this game, you can have like assists for your boss fights.
Yes. Some of them.
To,
Yes.
For some of them. To do so
Yes.
though, you usually have to follow like a quest line with an NPC.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I don't want to like I'd rather call in these like if I absolutely need to, like I'm just getting my ass beat by this boss and it's been 6 hours and I'm like, I'm either gonna put this game down forever or I'm gonna call this assistant. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, but if I don't call in the assist, does that like wreck my progress with the NPC? Because I don't want
So
to.
everything I've seen, I don't think it does.
Okay.
Because I don't
Alright,
think it affects it. Yeah. I don't think so.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. I did call the old man by accident. Because you can do shortcuts for the items if you hold down
Yes.
square.
That's a nice
I
system.
had the whistle on a different thing that I thought was on another thing. So I pressed the whistle when I was trying to temper. And then I was like, oh, the old man's here. How did he get here? So, because I've done the same thing. I did the same thing in Lies of P where it's like, if an NPC is saying I need to be summoned for this fight, I usually will summon them at the end. So I've had like most of the fight by myself to
Okay,
learn
that's
it
good.
and feel like good about it. And then I just summon them at the end. So that's what I was planning on doing, but I pressed the wrong button.
I used
well.
to be so proud of myself if I like one shot a boss in like a Soulslike game. But what I've realized is that I have no memory of the easy bosses. I only have memory of the bosses that took me, a bunch of attempts, and I had really had to like put some time in to like learn the moves and learn when to parry and learn when to dodge and learn when to attack. And like those bosses I have memories of, and they've become my favorites over time. So to bring in like assist right from the get-go, like the chances of just like beating the snot out of a boss at that point are so high. Like I don't want to do it,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Last time we had this conversation, I was saying that I was like, I really enjoy learning the boss, and I want to beat the boss when I feel like I've seen their moves and I've seen like cool stuff that I do. And Briar's like, I just want to kill them.
Yeah, I do. Like sometimes I do just want.
You don't want
to
to be stuck on it for like 7 hours,
No,
maybe, but
no.
yeah, it is really fun to you kill a boss and you're like, I feel like I actually really know that boss. Like I could go back into that fight and I think I could do it again because I've learned what they do.
Yeah, I really appreciated Kazan how you could fight the bosses anytime you wanted
Fight
to.
them again.
Like
Yeah.
I think that needs to be that should be a standard, even if it's like a separate like arena mode, like you
Yeah.
unlock like as an extra in the game's like main menu. That would be awesome. Like to just be able to select the boss. I thought that was my favorite part of Kazan, honestly.
I loved it. It was really baked into how Kazan worked because you could farm them for weapons and armor and
Yeah.
it then kind of turned into a little bit of like an ARPG in a way where you're like, I want to make this build and I need all these sets, so I'm gonna farm this boss.
Yeah. And once you got
Man,
good
what a
at
great game that
killing
was.
a boss, like it was so satisfying. Like it took you like a couple hours to of getting beat over and over again, and now you can just like in 2 seconds.
Who's the boss
farm
now,
them.
huh?
Slam
Now
them,
who's the
dude.
boss?
Farm them.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
It does.
it's a good
It's very
feeling.
rewarding.
Yeah.
It's very, very rewarding. Good games.
Games. Video games.
Good games.
getting
They're
late. Should we
very
run the-
good.
Should we wind this one up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Sure.
check what is happening in August. I don't think there's a lot of games coming out until like the end of August.
That's okay. I kind
Like
of need some time here.
Yeah,
no, I
let me
know.
breathe.
Yeah, I know. We've got Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater on August 28th. Lost Soul Aside, which is like a DMC like kind of action game. You're going to be going crazy combos. That's coming out August 29th. And Shinobi is August 29th.
I'm really looking forward to Shinobi. You got to play that
I
demo.
think
That demo
there's
is
some
really beautiful.
indie games coming out. There's some indie games coming out at the beginning of August that I'm interested in. But we'll talk about those when I get
Oh,
there.
that new Mafia game comes out next week. I kinda
Oh,
wanted to
Mafia's
check that
coming out.
That
Yeah,
looks
you're
cool.
right. Mafia.
That's the one that's set in
Right.
like early 1900s Italy.
I think so.
I think so too.
It looks that way.
Cool.
Yeah.
Might be one that I wait for like a discount.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm a little busy. We got the new Night Rain Everdark bosses dropping now. So there's going to
Yeah.
be a new hard mode boss every week. I'm excited for that. And then they'll be dropping new content.
Do you think that the success of Night Rain has like kind of increased more like interest in the Dusk? What was it called? The Dusk Bloods?
Yeah. I would think so, yeah, because I think a lot of people, they saw Night Rain and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
this isn't
Multiplayer
like
stuff
a
is not
Souls
the
game.
best in Souls.
Yeah. They're like, guys,
now-
I'm not really interested. But now what was the most recent thing that it sold 5 million copies?
That's a lot of
Yeah,
copies.
5 million.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
so I think people are now like, okay, I am interested in what you're doing. I will play
Yeah.
it and see
Mhm.
what's going on.
Yeah. But also, I do still want to see like a good old fashioned. Oh, we locked up again. Discord, you bad boy. I do still want to see like a good old school, like, you know, a return to Bloodborne or a return to, their classic style of Demon Souls. Not necessarily another open world like Elden Ring, but like they're the best at it. They call it Soulslike for a reason. So I'd love to see like them just do another one of those. I don't know if they're into it. I think I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. Discord is locked up. I'm sure everybody would say goodbye if they could. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye.